because, look, I was going to go to bed, but my ass motherfucking scrolled TikTok. Okay? And this is what happened. December 19th. 3i Atlas. 3-1. Whatever the fuck y'all call it. If y'all are scared, y'all bitches. You bitches. You bitches. Get with it. The world that we call Earth is waking up. I don't care if it's just one step at a time. You're waking up. You're realizing everything you were taught and everything. It might be a little bit off, but you're waking up because nobody's perfect. So I'm going to come on back on this bugs, because that's why I don't like to scroll, because when I see something that's going to fear the people, I got to get on here and be like, Mugs, you better buckle up. Buttercup, it's literally, Earth is waking up. So all these illusions we have from the government and everything, oh my God, everything is coming to light. It's just the cracks in the world that's going on. And I love the cracks, because you know what the cracks are? The cracks are us people waking up. Getting out of this fucking box that we were taught, or illusions, whatever. I don't give a fuck about nobody's lives that are going on. This 3 AI Atlas they showed, what was it? I don't know, I just scrolled and I had to come back because, like, y'all, quit being bitches. Quit being pussies. We're waking up. America is waking up. We're done with the control. We're done with the illusions. We're done with the mind, this trap. Even if you get out of it to be like, oh, when I was growing up, nothing seemed like it was supposed to be. Like Mandy. Get with it, Mugs! This 3i3-1 Atlas, whatever. Come here. Come over here, Mug. Come see where the light has healed. To where you're invited, Mugs. I'm not scared. Why are you guys scared? Because the government is telling you that this thing is... The government also told us that the sun, what did the government tell us? In the middle of the core of the earth, whatever, is heat. No, Mugs, it's been water. It's been water the whole time. What's wrong with y'all? You believe everything you hear, you're a follower. And that's what gets you, because like a year and a half ago when I had the followers, before I deleted my TikTok account and it was Mandylicious, I went in these rooms that had millions. And I said, you guys, why are you guys stressing and talking about all this shit when Donald Trump is going to save it? You're not going to be without fucking TikTok. They looked at me and said, who the fuck are you? I just said, have a great day. I kept going. And then I found another room. Millions of people. They're talking about TikTok is shutting down. Okay, if you have some motherfucking sense, quit talking about it. Go and delete all your motherfucking, what's it called, Bugs? Go into your account and delete. Because you know what happened when we went down for 24 hours or whatever and I deleted that account? I even had the video that I went viral, but TikTok won't let me post it no more. I'm gonna get it though. What happened was, what is his name? Trump saved TikTok. It's all a part of their plan. When is people gonna get this? I have not watched TV in probably 5 years, like I told you, except for my mom. When I would go take care of her at the nursing home, I would watch Golden Girls, and I have a Golden Girls shirt. I haven't worn that in a while. And today's her heavenly birthday, Mom. I love you. I do. As fucked up as you are, and you made me, I love you. Because I went within, and I know why she couldn't love me. Because she didn't have love mugs. We gotta get with it. Y'all gotta quit blaming this person and that person and take fucking accountability. Okay? Take accountability. You were wrong, I was wrong, I said, okay, I'm wrong. Okay! Teach me the right way. What is wrong with everybody? You guys watch fucking TV and then, I'm gonna tell you what, get off your fucking cell phones. Get off this shit. I might post, I might go live, that's it. I'm telling y'all. Because when my daddy was alive, and it's my stepfather that raised me, he just died February 4th. I think it's February 4th. And then my last sibling that I was raised with just died May 2nd. You would think I would be like, and then I had to do this, Mugs. I had to I should do this a year before I did it. I'm gonna be honest, okay? just like I asked for God for a sign today, and somebody came over and knocked on my door, crazy neighbor that gets on my nerves. Sometimes I don't even answer because I know what he wants. And I don't have it sometimes. He came over and said, hey, your toilet paper. Oh my God, he is so right. He is so right. He is so right. That's why this higher power, God, we can't judge people because some days the energies are aligned for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 24 hours. We can't judge. And I've done it so many times, y'all. That's why I'm able to sit here and be able to tell y'all. Okay? Okay? Like, we're humans, and we gotta realize Earth is yin and yang. That's one thing I didn't realize growing up in church. I knew there was a lot of sin, and everything I did was a sin, but okay. No, mugs. The sin is whatever you feel is a sin. Don't listen to a preacher, a counselor, nobody. They don't know. Everybody is different. Different. Do you guys know what different means? Get with it. Different means everybody is different, but we're each other's puzzle piece. But too many people, like the way I was raised and the way we judge. What if that person asking for $1 at the Cornerstone, Cornerstone, that must be a church, a corner store. Listen, I've been through it all. Listen, mugs. I gave one guy, dude, they're getting good at these motherfucking, what do you call them? Whatever. They have a gas can, everything. I need some gas. I ran out of gas. Well, I believed the motherfucker on that one. And I gave him my last $1, and I seen him go in and get a beer and come out. But then again, at that time and point, I was pissed. This was in Florida. I was pissed. Like, bitch, I gave you my last $1 so you can get to where you're going, even though it's only $1. And you ain't got a beer? But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? That's where we fuck up, mugs. That's just a person that at that moment in time they're going through it. They can't balance that yin and yang. Hello. I had to balance alcohol, cigarettes, weed. I'm telling y'all, to where I balance it to where I don't need it no more. Because when you go within, every now and then I do. Because I'm supposed to take these pills because I had a full hysterectomy in 2012. And dude, from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, because I was in 2 10-year karmic relationships, bugs, where I got piss tested for smoking weed. You know what I did? I dipped that motherfucker in the toilet. I said if it was so much, I lied. I go lie, I lied. But 2 wrongs don't make a right. But bitch, I'm grown. Why are you piss testing me? I need this shit to fucking deal with your ass. But it was a choice I made to stay in them relationships, bugs. It was everything comes down to choices after you leave home. What happened from, like I tell y'all, me and my twin, we never had a fair shot. My mama was a hoochie, but I'm thank God for that hoochie, because that's how I can get through life right now, where I'm at. Because I'm related to all these motherfuckers. But I play stupid. One thing my daddy taught me is don't offer information or just keep going like you don't know shit. And that's hard because you know what? That's when they're fucking with our intelligence. Or they're fucking with underestimating me. I'll tell you what, I fought back all them years to the last 6 months. I'm telling y'all. Thinking I'm getting somewhere, but I'm just talking to a brick wall because they don't take accountability. Like we have. But they want to make us look bad all the time. Family, title, family. Anything. Could be a friend, whatever. I realized on this journey, it's been almost 4 years, January. Okay, so 4 years my mama died, January 23rd, I think. 22, 23. Wait, hold on. Dates and things are not a great memory, but then when I get on that motherfucking line, on that field, it's the answer to everything. And it's scary, but yet phenomenal what some of us can see and believe if you get on that trap mind and it's infinity and beyond. If it's not infinity and beyond, you motherfuckers are a limit. You have a limit. I had a limit, so I can tell y'all, I understand. Don't put a limit on anything, bugs. Everything that we were taught, like I just said earlier on one of my lives, what did you learn from school? I dropped out at 10 and a half. But what did you learn from school that helps you out in your degree today? Seriously, think about that. It's the fucking everything we've been through on this yin and yang earth. What we've been mind trapped, what we've been taught, what we've been instilled. When I've seen my whole family die, y'all, there's not one great thing I could say except for they love this higher power named God. And that's everything. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. It was days of our lives. One life turns as the world turns in my house. You never knew what the fuck was going to happen that day. You never knew what the fuck was going to happen, but we go to church on Sunday and Wednesdays. I'm not religious no more because them motherfucking... with the grace of love and my journey where I've grown, my future person is going to be a woman that I'm going to marry. Okay? I don't give a fuck what the family was instilled when they died. But they didn't believe in that shit. But Mandy's still here. Why? Because it's infinity and beyond. We can't judge. Even though it was what the fuck's going to happen at home. When I went to church, I felt safe. I realized why my mom used to get this Holy Ghost tongue shit. And she had some spitfire little ass hands. And motherfuckers want to have me sit next to her. This is where we can't judge because every moment, every second is different. My dad couldn't even get no coochie from mama, but she being a hoe out here do whatever, and I don't care, I love her grace. So at church, when he's running around the church, he was letting go of all that energy of her playing his ass. My daddy worked 3 jobs for a woman that is my mother. They've all died. It's like he worked 3 jobs, sacrificed his life for 4 children that wasn't his. It might be karma, whatever, guys. I don't know. I haven't got there yet. It's because every death, no matter what, they've all died. Okay, so it's me. So today's my mama's birthday. Is this the what is that called? Back in the day, Pearl Harbor. Something happened on Pearl Harbor. That was her birthday. And I think my brother is the 7th. I gotta maybe Google it. I just don't give a fuck. Like, it's just my story, and I'm sticking to it. And you guys have seen who have known me from day one, like, how the fuck this bitch didn't give up, or how is she still showing up? Hi, cheeseburger. I love cheeseburgers, but I can't eat cheeseburgers because I'm on the new spiritual journey. Okay? That's why I got this. So go enjoy your cheeseburger and dissolve like the rest of them, bud. You guys think this is funny and shit. This is real shit. We have to evolve, revolve everything down to it's not just our mind, heart, and soul of changing this mind frame or getting out of this trap or getting out of what was instilled in us, but we've seen something else to where you got to be alone with you in this higher power. I got a more than enough connection with these motherfuckers. I do now. To where this is my journey and I'm learning every day. How am I learning? Because I do my best. I'm not perfect. I go with the flow. It's not Christ. It's not religion. It's literally going with a pure heart. If I don't leave my house, my heart is pure that whole day. Unless I went to watch porn to get off. Because I need electricity. I'll be real. Like, I don't even know where this all is coming from, but it doesn't matter because it's coming from where I'm supposed to talk about. Okay? Because y'all too much pussies won't even talk about it, or you do, but you keep... Dude, the spiritual journey is a change in your mind, your heart, even down to our food habits, to where I get these people that say, hey, you're going to need these spiritual people in your life. Who says? God shows me everything. To where we really do. We really do. Because we need it. Food-wise, this is what I'm showing, eggs and rice. But don't be going eating the damn eggs in the morning. Eat the eggs at night. Don't go what you do everything backwards that you were taught. You'll be Gucci. Took me a little bit longer to get there, but I got there and I see it from all kinds of views. Yeah. This fucking... I don't know. I was gonna lay down, guys. I was gonna lay down. Talk to the higher power before I do. And I'm scrolling fucking TikTok. And I see some kind of dragon going here and this 3 AI atlas. What they're trying to scare us with the truth now? The truth? Because America, the world is starting to wake up and their illusions are shattering because of us waking up and going within. You guys gotta realize this. It's fucking extraordinary. Beyond that. Fucking extraordinary. It's beyond that. Because we're going in somewhere we never been taught, because they all took our innocence and all that energy from us. With fear, doubt, or we're not enough. Put everybody first, yeah. Think about it, bugs. If you're scared of this three-eye atlas, I'm in Ohio. That's some pussy shit coming out now on the news or whatever they got going on. Because right when I got off here, I fucking scrolled, and that's when I actually have to come on and talk, because these guys, different person, places, things, patterns, everything. That's why I haven't watched TV, like I told y'all, probably over 5 years, except for Golden Girls with my mama. I watched a few with her. She insisted, and actually it was a really good show. Them motherfuckers are funny. The 4 ladies. 4. And then my brother, out of probably 500 to 1,000 movies, no lie, guys, because I had to re-help him walk, talk, and everything. After everything he did to me, I didn't have to do any of that. And it wasn't even my karma. It's literally my purpose. Unconditional love. But I also put my boundaries and standards up, like, Mug, you're in my house. You're going to listen to me now. To where before I took it, Mugs, to where I was on live a year and a half ago, maybe, on my little 15,000 people, and I'm, sipping, truth or dare, or whatever, and my brother comes knocking at my door. And mind you, that's all I have left as a sibling that I was raised with. To where he was the most gangster, most controlling, most everything you could think of to his sister. That might not have been to everybody else out here, but to his sister, it was because I allowed it, Mugs. I had to forgive myself for all that. And when I put my boundaries and standards up, and he knocked that night, and he had to go to jail 2 days later because he was out for the weekend, I guess. I finally put my boundaries and standards, like, yeah, but it hurt, Mugs, but I had to turn it up louder. I won $40 that night on a lottery ticket, but that's besides the point. That was just showing me, like, it's not even about money. It was just, good job, Mandy. It's not easy. I had survivor's guilt, or I would just do anything to make us both naked, or dude, from the time he got out, God provided so much stuff, but he was this and no action. So I'm like, bro, and I've had so many microphones, I've had DJ, whatever, all that shit. It might be on my YouTube bugs back then, but like, I can't, electronics, electricity, anything, because if you go back to my YouTube videos, you'll see why I'm electrifying. Let alone whatever else God's got going on. When you go inside, because it's infinity and beyond. But we've been taught with so much control, fear, doubt, shame, guilt, ego, pride. Or the ones that made the money in the beginning of their life. Like me, I just went within. So I am beyond royalty. Even if it's minus 243 in my bank account. From a trip over a month ago or two. When I went to Florida. To where I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I wake up grateful that I have a roof over my head. Grateful that I still got my light bill paid. What more do you guys need? Unless you like living in the streets. Then you're going to need something that's like whatever you can control. And that's what happens. We got to let go of control. Dude. We might not. Look, even me running restaurants from... I started at 15 and a half, 16 for Taco Bell. 17 and a half, I became manager. Then I'm running stores, going different states. Working as a team, not big-headed and sitting in the fucking office eating my donuts and coffee. I'm working as a team with these mugs to build their store and move on. It was never about money, but I made good money. But all that money I made, I ate them. When I was in a relationship, I just gave it all. I didn't care. I've had it all. Doesn't matter, likes, followers, money. It matters if to wake up with gratitude, bug, simple shit that we would never think of because, we're too worried about the light bill or too worried about this or that. Instead of being thankful, you woke up with some lights on. 20 years ago, we've been worried about that light bill, right? 20 years ago, monthly, yearly. We're still here in 2025 with lights. Think about it. We cannot control anything out of our control. It took me a good 3 to 6 months saying that back to back every day because I was worried about everything. And God made this higher power, divine, universe, God made everything so convenient for me when he sat me down to do this fucking spiritual journey. But I made it hard for myself because, number one, I hated Ohio. What is a spiritual journey? I was raised religious. I forgive my sins every day. What the fuck is going on? So we're gonna set me down my vehicle. I tell y'all, I found ways to get that vehicle fixed. I don't care if it's a sugar daddy, no sugar in Florida. I was getting 8 parts in, and I finally gave up and said, let me sign the lease, because I can't go nowhere in the middle of the snowstorm. My car out of nowhere doesn't want to start, and then have all these problems after I fix each one. To where I have been blessed. More than blessed. All that hard work I did for years to put people first, and paid this, and what is it called? Material shit. I have not had a job in 4 years, y'all. What? Manny, no job in 4 years? How she dressed like this? Everything, it comes to me. I promise. It's my testimony. I have not had a rent payment. Like, God knew my big heart and all the mistakes and put people first before, but it's not about one person being chosen or 140. No, we're all fucking chosen. It depends who wakes up to be that chosen one to keep going. That's it. If you're an alcoholic, a druggie, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I told y'all earlier, my brother, before he died here in May 2nd, he tracked his whole life. So, of course, he went to prison for 5 years for weed, but it's legal in Ohio now. What the fuck? You sit behind bars going through all this bullshit, that means you got a bigger purpose to talk about. Turn that negative to a positive. Because the system always finds a way to keep you down or bring you down unless you got money. 300, 500, whatever the fuck you want to believe. I've been through it all. Down to the airport. I missed my motherfucking getting in the doors by 5 minutes. Now, mind you, when I traveled like 3 or 4 years ago, I had an hour to get into that fucking door. There was one time I messed up and I fell asleep. That's when I was on drugs back in the day, mothers. I ran from here, but I got fucked up before I left. I go lie. And then I got totally sober. Because them drugs at the time, you're working, like, it could be cocaine, it could be crack, it could be meth, it could be anything. Those drugs give you that upper, bugs. So I did not give in to my family, my son, whatever you want to call it, for 3 months. And I did a 12-hour shift, and I did a 14-hour shift. I had to be back to work 4 hours later. You know what I did? I finally hit that motherfucking bong. And when I hit that bong, I said, whoa! I can go do 14 hours right now. This is real life shit, mugs. Quit acting like you're fucking perfect, because none of us are. So that upper not only gave me that energy, it also, I never went within. I ain't gonna lie. I never dealt with any problems because I just get it numb. This is real life, mugs. Until you go within, and it's the hardest thing to do. But it's the most rewarding, but it's the hardest thing because you gotta take accountability, bitch. I know from toddler to whenever you got out of your mama's house, we didn't deserve that shit. But take accountability, because when you got out of that house, we made them choices like we trying to live large, or we trying to, you know, when you're like sheltered or a preacher's kid or whatever, and you just go make all these fucking mistakes just out of being dumb, but you live in life, I guess, or didn't know what life was. Dude, I used to live like, this was my quote before I started healing, till this journey happened. My quote was, fuck it, you live once. I've seen everybody die already. I'm at the fucking ocean with a whole bottle. Man, I made some dumbass mistakes, but I don't care. Like I said, I lived a lot of life. But we gotta live the now. Let's go back. Fuck the past. Fuck the past. Forgive yourself. Right or wrong. If you got arrested, you've been in jail, you've been in prison. Like I just told y'all, listen to me, bugs. It's so simple. My brother served 5 years for selling weed, but it's legal to Ohio now. But he served 5 years faithfully in prison. He didn't snitch nobody out for weed. But weed balanced my brain a lot, or it helped me deal with these toxic motherfuckers. I'm just saying, like, fuck what anybody says or thinks. God is the creation, we're all as one. Blah blah blah. So if man go and turn these drugs into something else and you like it, you know what? I'm not judging nobody. And I had somebody choose over a family of me and my 2 sons. Crap. I still don't give a fuck what nobody does. It took me a minute to forgive him and go through. It's all a process, y'all. We just got to get through it. And look, we're still here. So obviously we can get through anything, right? Right? Yay! Hi, X's and O's. We can get through anything. We're still here. So don't let the news channel now, all of a sudden, the truth is coming out. This three-eye atlas. This three-eye atlas must have came through a portal because Earth is waking up. They shouldn't have break, not us. Where you at, Mug? Where you at, three-eye atlas? Or what is this dragon I seen? I don't give a fuck. It's people, places, and things for years in the orbit trying to fear you. They're taking all your motherfucking innocence. They're taking all that energy because you're fearing, so they're taking all that good energy from you. And they're surviving. Let's all of us quit a job. Everybody in America quit right now. First time, I'll tell you what, it'll be the first time a trillionaire, billionaire fears for their life because we're fucking slaving for them. No, I'm slaving for God now, Mugs. Higher power, whatever it is, the flow. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I've had no rent. I didn't even know this, y'all, because I guess my mom, this place was called HUD Housing. Something like that. My job, I told you in Florida, I always paid my bills faithfully. I never got food stamps. And when my ex had food stamps, she'd be in the store like, "You using those food stamps?" Because she knew I had, that was my ego of pride. That was my ego of pride. I didn't have to be on it. I worked hard. I had too much fucking pride and ego. To where now, like, why do you say she's so ratchet and do that shit to me? It woke me up now. I understand it now. When God has you sink down to use the system, it's not using the system when you need the system. Does that mean I'm staying trapped in the system? No. 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 But I need it for right now. The moment in my life, because I live each moment. I don't live my past. I don't live my future. I might see bits and pieces, but I have to calm down because when I put the bits and pieces together, the fucking universe and God, they be like, "Okay, man, do you think you know it all?" And I might at that time, but I should just sit back and balance my energy instead of nobody's perfect. This is so many different levels, so many different perspectives, guys. I just want you to know we're still breathing right now. We still have lights. Even if you're out in the streets doing whatever, it's only temporarily. It's just a process. Unless the choices you make and that's where you want to be. Okay? Everything comes down to choices, intuition. Because like I told y'all, yin and yang, I can have 3 different ways I want to go today. But the higher power and my intuition, I still get through it smoothly, no matter how much comes at me. Because I chose the faith and the belief and the... I'm not out here manipulating nobody. I'm not out here lying. I'm not out here... Look, I even tell y'all, if y'all motherfuckers, because I know you're here, if y'all be trying to manipulate 6 months or a year or tomorrow... No, I'm not going to do tomorrow. Hold on. If you try to manipulate 5 days from now, because it's a survival mode out here, and I understand. I'm not judging you. Just listen to me, League. Somebody who actually fucking cares. And you don't have to be perfect. Manipulate, instead of 6 months, manipulate 3 months tomorrow. You're still improving, but nobody would tell you that. They would all still judge you, but I'm right here to tell you good luck and keep going. Because we've all been through some motherfucking fucked up shit. And to get out of that, it's not easy. It's not easy. I had to lose my whole family bugs to wake the fuck up. And still I didn't wake up because I didn't want to be here. To where 4 years later, this is home. I'm ready to travel the world. I've healed. We can heal. Don't listen to what anybody says. You can heal. I've healed it all. I really have. And I'm just growing now more and more. The more I stay with the flow. And I don't care if I make mistakes. If I'm clumsy. I used to jump off here. You guys know how much stuff has been going on lately that I'm being tested. And I just realized that tonight. Because I've been sitting back, Bugs. I've been just taking it all in. And seeing things and whispers y'all wouldn't even know. So think you know me. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not religious. I'm not categorized anything that says going with the flow. And I call myself mini divine. Because if you know God is creation and everything out here, no judgment. Now listen, Mugs. This is where I used to fuck up. So-called family title or friends. I didn't have my boundaries and standards, and I always had a bigger heart, and I never went within to even love myself, to put myself first. To me, that was the hardest thing in my whole fucking life, because I was never taught that. But it's the most rewarding in the end. And it's the motherfucking best in the West, East, South Coast, AY Atlas. You can see beyond. And then when you keep going in, you see where you came from. To where this 3AI Atlas would not scare anybody if you would go within. They come into portals. Hello? It's a lot. And it's really simple though. Just keep trying. Even if you wake up and you don't want to wake up a day. I've been there, Bugs. I've been there. I've been through all these. To where my neighbor, the one that got on my nerves, would say, you know what, Mandy? I just wake because I told him I was depressed. This is after mom or my brother died. You know what, Mandy? And he's religious. He says, this is what I do. The biggest fiend for fucking weed, beyond crack and everything that I've seen my whole life. But like I tell y'all, we can't judge. I just don't answer my door when the when the energy's not right, because it puts all my weed for free. Like, that was the hustle. To where today, he got on my nerves because I did a few things. And, but it's not where these people trigger me or, oh my God, I go to this like how I used to. No. I have to be alone. Literally. Being alone in silence with this higher power in me. I have all the forgiveness. I have, it could be something I'm going through that I'm just irritated today and don't want to be bothered. But this motherfucker's like a little fucking, what do you call him? Mosquito or something. Bitch, just let me be for an hour. Let me get my mind right. That's the way I am. I do everything on my own. I know my body. I know myself. I know when I'm starting to get triggered. I know when something is not right. But I never knew this my whole life, and I'm 46 months. So don't ever think it's too late. Even if you're 56, it's okay. I promise. It's not a race. And that's what I'm saying. If you can sit there and, because nobody's perfect, if you can sit there and, what's that word again? I already forgot. Manipulate 6 days instead of 6 months, that's fucking phenomenal. But nobody would ever give you that credit. Not even a parent, not even a counselor, not even nobody. But Mandy will. Mandy will. Because it's yin and yang. Nobody's perfect. What it comes down to for even just awakening is not even fully going within. Start balancing your addictions or whatever you believe is wrong. If you're using 500, okay, so you get 500 a month. Like, I don't know what my neighbor gets y'all, but I shouldn't even put him up last. 500 a month, okay, listen. No, I am, because he doesn't listen. Let's say he gets 1,000 a month, and he spends 700. No lie, that's his overbalance, because it's yin and yang. Is those gambling $5 lottery tickets, $10, $20. Now listen, Alex, it's been getting bad. And I said, Gary, if you know you're gonna spend all that, I shouldn't even said his name, but it's my bad, which I don't know. I said, if you try to you kind of overbalance. I don't try to tell people the wrong or judgment, but I just try to give them a little insight when I'm shown. But I have to do this with him all the fucking time. It's like talking to a kid. They don't get it. To where he had no choice. Dude, that's like for 4 years I've been here. Every month is these lottery tickets. But he doesn't know when to quit, even if he does barely win. Okay. Which is okay. That's not my bit. It's not my fault. He just gives me those losing tickets and I put them in. Yeah. But anyways, this is what happened to him, Mugs. He came knocking at my door. This is really how it happened. I tried to get a loan. I'm like, Gary, every time you get high or stoned, you want to get a fucking loan, and then you're just doing all kinds of bullshit, and you're fucking up, Gary. So where he came over last week or the week before. Said, hey, I got approved for a $1,000 loan. Once I get the $1,000, I gotta send it back to the people. Listen to me, Bugs. Dude, I'm sure my 4-year-old grandbaby would get this one. I'm just saying. That's the artistic special site. I don't know. He says, I send 1,000 back and then they're going to send me 5,000. And I said, bitch, Gary, I had $0 to my name and I asked God, this higher power for, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's a devil, mug. Money can be the root of all evil, but it's not. So anyways, I had nothing and I got this thing in the mail. If I go get $1,000 of $20 gift cards, but I gotta scratch them off. Why would I have to scratch them off, Mose? I gotta scratch them off and send it back to the people to where I'm gonna be in debt $1,000 because they got the code to these cards that were $20. To where I didn't do it, Mose. I didn't have anything, and I didn't do it. I just needed some help. Like, is this God, or is this too good to be true? What is a fucking script? But this motherfucker just got scammed, where he can't get no lottery tickets, where he got $2 the other day, and he went and got one. I didn't answer my door, and he put the ticket in. It's how it happens, but you know what? His mama and his twin brother, that he barely sees, you know, they paid his rent. I guess this check is still in the mail for this AT&T. This motherfucker trying to play me. I gave him a tree for this phone because I already knew, and that's what I'm saying. I have my own Wi-Fi here. All this stuff is gone. It's just safe. But right now, I told him today because I took him to the store because he got his food stamps. And I said, "See, Gary, you got a roof over your head. You got your lights paid. I don't know how much that was. I don't remember. I don't care. But he's good." Now, the things that we can't balance, like his lottery tickets, God struck him good. This universe, whatever. And I told him that, and I didn't laugh at him or nothing. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just, hey, Gary, I told you before you got scammed that was a scam. You didn't listen. But I want to tell you something. You're going to make it through the month because I've been doing it for 4 years. I said, but you might want to look at it a little differently, Gary, because you never got scammed, which is fine. You don't have to listen to nobody. I said, but you can't get no lottery tickets this month, but you know what? Your mama paid your rent, and your mama paid your light bill, and your phone bill is still in the mail, whatever's going on with that. So he tried to play me, Mugs. He's like, this phone, I gave him the quarter for. I said, look, Mug, don't do me dirty, because God's going to get you. Even though you're going through it right now, and you're not going to have a phone for 4, 5, 6 days, whatever, because you don't have the money, but his mother has paid it. I said, don't go putting that damn SIM card in your phone because you're going to ruin this whole friendship. And I'm going to tell you what, anything for 4 or 5 days to talk to somebody who does nothing but just tear you down, which is your business, that's what you choose to talk to. And you're going to do your neighbor dirty. Because, look guys, I let him do me 3, 4, 5 times maybe. Money is money, whatever. But I had to learn. So he's learning now. But I also sat back there through everything I've been with this motherfucker. I'm like, you got this. I've had to do it for 4 years, and I want you to know, like, this was before his mama paid his rent and did all this, guys. I told him he's got it. I've done it for 4 years, and it comes down to our test of faith, of the unknowing, or this higher power that we don't know of, or we're learning. Or you gotta balance your shit, Mugs. I don't think you should be going to spend that much money on I mean, I benefit from it with points, but I still rather see somebody win than just get their points, Mugs. Like, so, if you're going through it, you got to take that negative, or even what you're going through, because no matter what, you're going to get through the process. We all have. 46 years we've got here. However old you are, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I detach with love, but just know that we're still here. Y'all got this. And it doesn't matter how old you are. This mug, I have told him the last 4 years, but the thing is, when I'm showing things now, I don't come charging in like I know it all. I guess it was more of like, because like I told y'all, I ran business for all these years, so we don't realize how kind of controlling, or it has to be our way. Seriously, Bugs. Seriously, I've had so many ego deaths to where I'm like, okay, food stamps. Like, I'm talking about food stamps. Like, even 4 years ago, I would talk about food stamps. I'm serious, y'all. This is real life. We're real humans, and we're going through it. And I have never had somebody hip to hip, ride or die, and ride the whole way. I died the whole way because I put too much, by choice, but it doesn't matter. Where I'm at right now, it's fucking beyond phenomenal. That I'm even still here. I'm telling y'all, it's not about what we're gonna instill that we fear. We need to fear what we really feel is wrong. It's whatever you feel is wrong. It's not about what I feel is wrong. Everybody's raised differently. Everybody's raised. You got to just balance the yin and yang. That's a good start. And then going within is really the hardest. But I'm proud of y'all who could just balance the yin and yang, because that's not easy. What's yin and yang, Mandy? It's whatever you feel your, let's say, alcohol, drugs, sex, food. It could be anything. But you're over here, like me, even all this going on. Yeah, I gotta balance something. Take the negative and put it to a positive somehow, and you revolve, never ending. It's amazing. It's not easy. It's not easy. And me having this and no actions my whole life to where I'm this with the actions. Bugs! Yeah, keep going. Unknowing, even if we're showing things, I have to sit back and shut the fuck up. When y'all be like, oh, this girl, she don't talk too much about her personal life. Don't worry about my personal life. Just worry about how to grow in life. Like, I don't need all that. I don't want all that. Even when I'm out here and they say celebrity and fame, it's not that to me. It's called alignment. Bugs, just tune in. And if you want to listen or not, I don't care. I used to care about all the stuff that didn't matter my whole life, Bugs, and what people said. It got me nowhere. To where now I depart with love. What time is it, Bugs? It doesn't matter, but 1:20. You guys know what? For the past month, 410. I just gotta let it go. I'm almost wondering if that's when I get married next year. Because I'm gonna marry, but it doesn't have to be by the courthouse. Y'all know, because that divorce and all that bullshit. Money. Everything is money, power, and control. But just keep going and just know you're worth it. We all came out of a womb, like I say, or a portal. Precious, beautiful, innocent. But this world changed a lot of us, and we can get ourselves back. But you gotta keep going and keep trying. And if you're still here, obviously you have, okay? So keep going, Mose, and you got this. Yeah, you gotta let me off of here, right? Come on, Lord. Oh, there we go.